G'day guys, my name's Josh, you can call me Shaboodle, and welcome back to Sons of the Forest, where I've come back to build a better and hopefully more effective AFK cannibal-proof base. So last time I built this thing, which actually turned out to be very good. The cannibals would come up, they'd run up the ramp and drop through the trapdoor here, then flounder about in the water for a little while before they go down to see the Little Mermaid. All the while, I was happily sitting pretty in my little hut over here, but there were some things that didn't quite go according to plan. A lot of the times the cannibals would run up to here, stop right on the edge, just kind of glare at me a little bit, try and kill me with harsh looks before turning around and dropping onto the rock face over here and surviving. Eventually they would then run up and get a bit too aggressive, a bit too excited and fall through the gap, but it just took a little bit too long and I didn't test it with any of the mutants. So this time around I have some ideas about how I can make it better, more efficient, more lethal, and mutant proof as well. So the first change that I wanted to make was where I actually built, oh squirrel, was where I actually, damn it, where I actually build the base. Before I built off a little bit of a rock nubbin that was sticking out into the lake, which gave the cannibals an opportunity to do that U-banger, slip off the side and survive. But this time, I reckon if I build it on this side of the lake out into the deep water over there, but casting off from this flat line here, that should make sure that the zombies, playing too much 7 Days to Die, that should make sure that the cannibals don't have a way to clamber back over here. So building out from here, there's no more bridge for them to cling onto, just out into the water, and this should be a little bit better. Oh, g'day buddy boy, how you doing? Good to see ya. No. Just nah. Oh, here comes another one coming to say g'day to me as well. You guys have actually shown up at a pretty reasonable time, just to kind of prove another thing I need to take into account. During the winter months, the cannibals, even though it's a pretty bad idea for them and their health, they can actually walk on the ice, which means something like this isn't completely invulnerable during the winter months. But according to the comments, I did do some research outside of filming as well. According to the comments, you can build a flat out floating base, one that completely disobeys the laws of physics with no pylons underneath, relatively simply. So I'm going to try and incorporate that into it as well. Build up a little bit, make sure it's nice and safe, so even in the colder months we're nice and protected. I'm trying to get this all lined up with where I want to come out onto the lake from. Is that definitely the right spot? Hang on a second. Calvin, watch over my giant log pile for a moment, please. I will need all of them. That's where I think is the best call. But oh, there is also this little, oh, potentially this little bit of a doodle sticking out into the lake, little rock, little phallus. But no, I think actually this might save the cannibals if I build it here and they chuck a Rui off to there, let it land on that one, or they can get out of the lake there. But if they go left, it'll be way more secure. Oh, maybe even, nah, I think I was right. I think I was right the first time around. What I do need to make sure I do is build it far enough away. One of the theories in the comments of the last video was that because they're only built relatively close to the shore, the cannibals like to stand off like 30 or so meters, just kind of stand a bit afar and just watch you for a little while and then get aggressive later. So they were kind of standing at their normal range, which just happened coincidentally to line up on the lip of the lake there. So if I build a bit further back than what I did before, that should have a better solution. So how far back was I standing? I was standing about, it's kind of hard to aim with a giant flashlight on top of my shotgun. I was standing behind that wall there. So I was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to call the logs meters, I suppose. I was 5 meters. I was 5 log stretches away from where the cannibals were. So to make sure I build 6 away from this bank to encourage them to jump in, take a dip, all the more. To try and get that to all line up, wake you up like that. That's actually worked out perfectly. Even better than last time. Like the ramp was only a necessary evil, I suppose. I don't actually think it's particularly contributory to what I'm actually trying to do. Having a flat little landing over here even, a cheeky little balcony. I thought of the word balcony, I got so excited I forgot how to move my mouth and make any words. Getting me a little bit peaky. You can go like that, you can go like that. I'll just build the nice catwalk now. So what, it's gonna be 6. Gonna be 6 blocks long from this bit. This is the line, that's the magic line I want the cannibals to cross. Should be able to do it. Let's just keep on building. Oh, I just had a realization. I needed to build the floating base thing, didn't I? Right, okay, so that means I can't actually start my construction from the bank. I have to start it from the lake itself and try to get it to match up over here. That is a little bit annoying, but this is just kind of like a measuring stick, I suppose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do not want to catch any fish alive, but I do want to drown some cannibals. You go like that. So that is 6. Right, so this is where I need to build the thing. This is the start of my house. I think that any time I stand further back than this line, I should be well and truly far enough away to lure the cannibals across. All right, that works. That bloody works. Let's go like this. Get you... I wish there was a way I could just like line you up off the bottom, like kind of this thing, but without... How maybe I can. Maybe I can. If I go like you, and then I take you away, and then further away, and then take you... Nope, not gonna do it for me. All right, it's a bit of a shame because I have to find a different way. I wish there was some sort of way I could mark where this post is because it's right where I want it to be. I can't put bullet holes in, but I can put shell casings. It was like about there, I think, wasn't it? Oh, that looks about as close as I'm gonna get. I think I'm just gonna have to take that as a kind of win. Not much of a win, but it's something, and I'm willing to cling on to anything like a petrified jellyfish. Grab you, chuck a big foundation down. Let's start working on our flotation base. Like you, and like that. We need a good floating foundation. Despite the fact that those words make no sense together. So this is actually something that I got wrong the other day when I was just kind of testing the floating base to see if it was actually real and could actually be done. The foundation on the ground is critical. Like I couldn't turn that into a floating base because I already started with those vertical pylons. You have to build the grid on the ground first, then build up from there. And then what you do is you grab a couple extra pylons, chuck you in the corners, and before you run the stuff up the top, before you run the horizontal beams, cut you in half. No, don't take a regular swing, cut you in half. Then grab those half blocks and chuck them back up, which I know seems pretty daft, but will make sense in a second. It's just so nice building on the ice. It's nice and flat and gives you a great little template to work from. There's no humps or bumps or higgledy-piggledy nonsense to get in your way of all your construction dreams. Just a nice flat surface, lovely-dovely. Plus, it has the added bonus of 3/4 of the year being completely invulnerable to everything. So that's also a pretty good reason to build out here. No, before I chuck you on, I need to cut you all in half again. Just snip the tips, circumcise the big fat logs, cut them back down to a bit more my size. Half the size of the normal ones. Now I've got all of the pillars put up, cut in half, and put back up again. I can now start rolling across and chucking in all of the rafters. Like that. Go across like there too. Get it all nice patched up in a nice little grid pattern. It's all nice and symmetrical. Symmetricality is all that matters when you're building bases. Aesthetics are the most important thing. That's all looking good and ready to go. What do you think, Kel? How you feeling? Oh, you've seen some better days. Even getting into the scraps and things. Is that your blood you're covered in or someone else's? Or something else's? No, it's not someone else's blood? All right, fair enough then. Fair enough. No whackers, knackers. You just sit over there and try not to get into any more trouble. But now that I've got all of my my rafters done on top of my broken pylons, I should be able to... Yes, just start taking apart all the supports underneath. It may seem silly. You may be like, hey, that's not how the real world works. That's not how physics works. Fortunately, Sons of the Forest gives absolutely no fucks about your physics. Like Hell gives fucks about the cannibals. That's fine. It's here just to devour everything anyway in its own special way. Oh. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Excuse me, Ducky. There's ducks and geese and kelvins and all sorts of things around. Why is that flashing me the red X of nah, mate? Right. Hang on a second. I can still take you guys out, which is fine. Okay, good. You can go back in the log pile. Ooh, no, I can't take... What? Why can I take some, but not all? That's very confusing. So I can take all of these. I can take that one out. Excuse, oh, guys, can you get out of my work area, please? Get right in the way of everything. So, I tested this the other day. I usually test like new things like this before I come into filming so that I don't get caught in this exact situation. What? Have they changed it? There was an update the other day, actually. Did they patch it out? Did they nerf it already before I got a chance to have my way with it? Oh, I've been beaten by a dev. Is this how the devs feel when I go in and build bases in 7 days? I can take you. I can take that. So this bit's still working. Cal, what do you reckon? What do you reckon the rhyme or reason is for which blocks I can take and which blocks I can't? Just some of them decided that, nah, they actually want to exist. How dare you want to exist? Yeah. Yeah, no, there was an update like 2 days ago, and I guess they changed it because this was working fine. I could pick up all of these with no sweat at all just the other day. But no, okay, it's gone. I've got most of it freestanding. A part of me kind of wishes now that maybe I cut these down into thirds, or thirds into quarters. Doing that now though, I don't really want to mess with it anymore. I just want to leave it how it is, just be thankful that it's standing at all. That's not what we're like. We don't play it safe here. Give me the red line of doom. I want to cut you in half. Yeah, there you go. Slice. Ah! All right, yeah, no, it broke it. It broke it a little bit. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Give me you. And then if I put you back onto there, and then you back onto them, can I remake that and have it like even shorter and nubbier? You can go like that. You can go like that, and then take out you and take out you. Like, kind of, but it's still here. I still can't take the rest of it. That's kind of redundant, isn't it? I mean, if it's there, it can still get broken in the winter, and by the looks of things, cause some damage. If cut it in half, did plop those logs down. There are some skewy magical things happening here, but that's fine. I don't understand it, but I understand most of the core concepts I try and use. I don't think it's gonna work. I'm gonna try and attach my little grid system over here onto my existing pier, but I mean, unless I got it absolutely spot on perfect, which doesn't look like I did, you can't make them up. No, it's either left or right. You can't go straight, so never mind, I guess. Right, that means all of you need to be broken down, and I need to build from up here, which doesn't look like it especially wants to do. Hold on a second. Oh, you're so close. Look how close I was to getting that perfect. Damn it. So that's interesting. I wonder if there's like a way, like a new way to exploit the physics to build a proper floating base again. Like in fairness, it was super easy to do before, like stupidly simple to do before. So I'm not glad that they patched it out, but it was the right thing to patch that. It was a pretty obvious oversight. But as we learned with 7 Days to Die, when you start trying to patch out horde-based ideas, that closing one door usually blows open a couple of windows. Might not be quite as convenient, but there should surely be a way. Some line of code that's going to get ignored that we can exploit. Have to find another day, though. That's not mine or Kelvin's job right now. Jesus, Kelvin, you're looking rough. Go take a bath. It hasn't quite worked out perfectly for me. In fact, it's a little bit on the piss, isn't it? Ugh! All right, a little bit of wood just kind of apparated in out of nowhere. All right, it's fine with me. A cheeky bit of extra wood is never a bad thing. Fair shout, knackers. I'll grab some more planks from over here, bring that over. But now I have a proper, good, seamless little pier out to my quasi-floating base. Like, it is floating. It's just not quite as 100% invulnerable as I was hoping it would be. Because now, like, yeah, during the winter months when the lake's frozen, the cannibals might better get out there and break some of those stumps and cause me a cropper. But in the meantime, you can go there. I'm going to start, ooh, yeah, go like that. This will be the start of that. Okay, nice. Now I have to start playing with the minds of the cannibals. So I need to try and make sure that I, for once in my life, do actually learn the lessons of my previous experiments, not just completely forget about them like a butterfly in a breeze. Can I put you the other way, please? I want the logs to go that way. I want them to go horizontally. No, this way. Oh, I can right click. Oh, I can right click and change orientation. I've been faffing about trying to find the right pixel to stand on to get it to go in the right place. And all the while, it was a simple tap of my mouse button. Got it nice and sorted. So what we learned last time is that the cannibals will happily walk up until the line of the bank. They know they can't swim. Should probably go get some lessons or something at some point, or blow up some floaties. I'm sure there's some sort of person you can turn into a floaty somewhere, but they won't walk beyond the line of the bank of the river there. So if I grab some of these planks and whack you in along this way, if there you go, all the way up to where the bank is, I want the last plank not to be there, to be behind the rock face, which that is about millimeter perfect. So that was going to work for me. You could please go in there somewhere. The arrow is flashing, but there we go. Nice. There we are. It's a bit of a smaller gap than I would like it to be. I think, like, I was gonna say a 2 meter, but a 2 log length, we just call them meters. A 2 meter gap is the way to go. So that's, g'day, oh, Kelvin's just up there ominously watching me from the bushes. He's a peeping Kelvin. So it's 1 plank behind that pillar. So I'll grab you, and I'll leave you there. So it's a perfect span. All right, good, nice. Hopefully that's gonna work. I tell you what, the building may be a lot of fun in this game, but it takes so freaking long to do. Now it's just me just giving myself what logs that I need. I've already finished the story of the game, so I can just give myself the resources if I want to. Don't have to go and harvest up half a planet's worth of trees and piss off all the panda bears just to build myself a hut. But man, it takes some time to get things going. You please go across like that as well. That's another full loggy boy. Chuck it in like that and give myself a nice sneaky deaky door. Bonk. My golden armor protecting the elbows and my funny bones. Through you go. That's animation is always so satisfying to me. Last, nope, wait on. Don't break anything, please. Break you as well. Nice. You, and you want the outside to have like the rough end. So in you go. Not that way, the complete opposite. That way, and then that way. Perfect. I was gonna say home sweet home, but at the moment it's like, I don't know, platform sweet platform. You know what? Living in a box may be nice, but I'm not really in the mood to ask why we're here. I would rather just have somewhere nice to kick off me slippers and have a nice cup of coffee. And we're gonna have a cup of coffee. There's one very important thing that I need to build myself. We all know what it's gonna be. No house is complete without a balcony. So I reckon right along the front veranda out here with all the gum trees and plum trees, whack on some flooring to have myself a balk. This is where it's got to be, so I can watch all the cannibals flail about and die while sipping on a nice tasty beverage. It's really quite dark and miserable in here with any sort of light source, but at least I'm out of the cold. But I can't figure out how to get my logs to go on an angle, like angle a piece down through there so I can build myself a ramp. So instead, can I still build a rope ladder of some kind? Are you in here somewhere? Switch mode, are you the other kind? I'm not actually sure. I'm not actually sure. Just some way to get up and into, well, normally a treehouse, I suppose. Rope ladder. Surely there's a rope ladder in here somewhere. Or stairs, or a regular ladder. I don't really mind. I mean, I suppose shelves can be a ladder if you really want it to be. They finally put a rain catcher into the game. You can finally use the turtle shell. Hey, there we go. No more dunking your face into rivers and streams to try and keep yourself from drying out. Surely. Surely somewhere. Uh-oh. How am I gonna get how do I build a second story if I can't get up onto it? Oh, okay, I see. So I can't, like, there's no recipe, there's no schematic for a rope ladder. You can just get a rope and look at a wall and it looks like I can put one down. All right, in that case then, let's get up onto the tippy top and just carve out, yeah, this bit will do. Bonk. Not quite gone. I don't know what you're stuck on, but I'll finish that off in a second. There we go. A nice little hole right in the guts of it. Are you centered? It looks like you are. Actually, I think I've done that really well. Just kind of yeet those things. Nice and lovely. You, give me the rope ladder. I want to build you just like here. Sure. Okay. That looks like it works to me. Can I grab you? Stop disappearing. I'm trying to press E on you. There you go. Up we go. No, not quite. I might have to take out some more. It's almost there, but just a little bit. How you going? There we go. Nice cheeky way up. No more huttering and sputtering about. I can just grab that, climb up to the top, and continue building. Nice. In fact, I don't want you to go there. This is going to be, this right here, this is going to be the balcony. So this part here needs to be part of the building. I'm here to build a bloody cannibal and mutant proof base, but I'm gonna do it properly. No point having all this stuff out here working properly if the house isn't working properly too. All right, I'll confess I got a little bit distracted, a little bit carried away with building myself my little lake house, but it's turned out pretty bloody well. A far cry from the matchbox I was living in before. And it's got a nice balcony up there. It's got 2 stories, so Kel can live down here and have all the nice space to I don't know, spread himself out, and well, he's covered in blood and stuff, so just roll around on the carpet and get it off him. But I've got a nice little place up here to watch all the happenings, which means it's now time to run the test that I was expecting to do much earlier than this. So I know that this will work with cannibals. I need to try that again, but one of the things that was pointed out to me in the comments for the last video on that last base was if you get the momentum of the cannibals moving faster, they will stop or take them longer to stop, like a tram in the city, like a rhino on roller skates. Can't stop on a dime even if they wanted to. And the best way to continue their momentum is to get them jumping. So I think if I build a cheeky deeky, not really barricade I suppose, just a hurdle. Just a little hurdle, not at the, or maybe not at the start, maybe like halfway through it or something, cannibals will come up, they want to get over the top of it, so they'll hop and skip and jump over the top, right into the bucket and, well, drown themselves down below. That's the dream. I just need to figure out what the best kind of orientation, the best configuration for that is going to be. I don't want it to be half tall. Oh, how about if I just like take you off there and then you off there, then that can piss off back into the lake, go and feed Nessie like a little toothpick. That goes like that. G'day, Kel. Grab myself another log and just chuck you like that. Now, the thing with that is, like, so the last place had that ramp at the start, so they had to go up the ramp to get to it, but now I've built it so well that there isn't actually a ramp there at all. Okay, I suppose maybe if this doesn't work out very well, I can get rid of that part and make a ramp out of this. It's a little bit scary, a little bit out here going, but it might actually work. Well, there's no way to tell now. I have to give it a test run and see how it goes. So let's get through to summer where the ice will thaw, the water will get juicy, and all the cannibals will go down. Calvin's standing right at the gateway to my little death trap. Oh, is that even... you know what I didn't check? I didn't check if it's actually deep enough here to drown the cannibals. That was the real nice thing about over here, was that drop. That drop off went straight off, yeah, pretty sheer area, right into some deep water. I might have built this all for nothing. I might have built this all for nothing. I haven't built it like up at this bit. Who would have been fine? Look at that, nice deep water all the way along because it was ice I couldn't see. Oh no. Well. This isn't good. This isn't good. I suddenly have this sinking feeling that there won't be any sinking feeling, but let's just give it a whirl. Let's, first of all, turn the rain off so I can see what's happening. There we go. Kelvin, you're about to be in a real world of bother. We're going to add in some cannibals. If I can spell cannibal, let's go like that. Yep. Kelvin, you better run. You better run, Jigglypuff. Okay, they're kind of hopping around, but they're all trying to focus on Kelvin at the moment and not on me. Can you come over here, please? Kelvin, you're really ruining my experiments here, bud. You gotta get out of the way. Well, not only did Kelvin ruin everything by getting in the way and giving the cannibals something to aim for that wasn't me, they're now breaking apart the base, but really upsettingly, old mate's in the water and he's not dead. I've built it in the wrong spot. I've built it in the wrong bloody spot. I spent so much of my life building that and I couldn't tell it was shallow because of the freaking ice. Oh, I'm sad. I'm sad and upsetty spaghetti. Can I salvage this at all or is this a complete bust? Oh, damn it. Today's has not been good. The floating base no longer works as well as it used to. My catwalk no longer works because it's in the shallow water. Right, I'm a little bit miffed about all that. Can you please get right out of the way because you're right where I don't need you to be. Just, yeah. Go down there. Oh, that's Calvin. Calvin's been cooked. All right, sorry, Cal. I guess you're going to have to be buried as well. But I go right next to Virginia. Chuck you back into them. I do need to get another log and reset the hurdle. Look, I'll give it another go just to see if they do path over the top of the way I want them to without Calvin getting in the bloody way because he's not going to get in the way of anything anymore. Run back inside, get some more cannibals again. I just want proof of concept. When proof of concept can work, I can fix the slight major issue of me building in the wrong spot once I know that. Here we go. There's all the cannibals. Fire the shotgun. Oh, yes. Look, they're trying to jump it when they're even coming my way, but most of them just look like they do not want anything to do with me. All right, fair enough then. Okay. So that hurdle's actually getting in the way more than anything else. They are jumping on top of it, but they're not going over it. The momentum is stopping very quickly. Damn it. That would have been a death. That would have been a death if there wasn't the shallows there. It's one of those, like, do as I say, not as I do things. I built the thing in the wrong spots. Just 20 meters up the river would have been way, way better. Oh, dang. All right, well, before I give up completely on this and try and rebuild it a little bit up the river, I think that's the best option right now. You go over there. You go over there. I want to see if I can just remove this flat landing here and get the ramp going like I did before. I didn't realize the ramp was a crucial part until right now, but it seems like it's going to be. Well, to be honest with you, half the stuff is going wrong, so who bloody knows at this point? I want you to go away. And chuck you down like that, and then you down like that. It's a bit crooked, but that's okay. It should still work for what I need it to. Can you please... Hang on a second. Give me like the half of blocks. That one. Grab you and you. And chuck you across. Oh, nope, never mind. That's a full log. Where's the halfers? There they are. Nah, I can't do it. Can't even build this into a ramp. It just is what it is, and I don't have any play there. Right, okay, well, sometimes a negative result is still a result. It's still information we can use. Let that be a lesson to you. Pick where you build a little bit better than I did. Don't build into the shallows, because it just will not work. You got to build where it's deeper, where there's a much bigger drop-off. Where they go off the edge, straight into the deep water. No little bank for them at all. I just want to see how this is going to go. There is a distinct possibility I may have stumbled across like the perfect build for this on the very first attempt. Just where that rock is and how like the ramp up and stuff goes, because I just want to see how this is going to go. There's a bit of a rock slab underneath, but the rule was that they wouldn't run past it. But I'm thinking if I can get that same kind of idea where there's a hurdle at the beginning of this ramp, go like you and you, grab a log and then chuck you across. That's a half a log. Grab a fatter one and chuck you across like that. That still looks way too tall, actually. Cut you in half. And then cut you in half, please. Yeah, there you go. So it's not much. Just a cheeky little hurdle to get in their way. So they run up. They go, I want to get up here. They jump over that. And then take like the extra kind of quick couple of stumble steps. And then go over the edge. That's the dream. That's the hope. I'll just build one little quick thing here to see if that works. But if not, I guess going back to the first one to do some upgrades instead of building something fresh. Which will mean I've wasted a lot of my time, but at least now we know the things that don't work. I started building my little testing thing, and I kept building until I accidentally built myself a bridge to the island over here. I'm gonna name you Terabithia or something, but this should serve the purpose that I am after. So I'm gonna quickly pop out of my body so I can go and have a squiz of what the cannibals are doing over here. So hopefully they'll see me over there, they'll charge up, hop the thing, and end up falling through the gap. Doesn't work here. I'm going back over to the very first one because I know it works there. Don't know what the magic source over there is, but it definitely does work. And trying to recreate it apparently has been difficult. Got a bunch of cannibals over there who are all waving their clubs around very menacingly. Shoot the shotgun, get their attention if we can. So they're trying, but they're nowhere near as aggressive as they were before. They're all just kind of like flattering about and climbing trees and having a cheeky bit of playtime, and not an awful lot of coming and trying to eat my thigh bones, which I'm going to take as an insult. Are my thighs not juicy enough for you? You're like, nah, I'm not on a diet. I want to eat something a bit more tender and juicy. Heckin' rude. Heckin' bloody rude. They don't seem interested in me at all anymore. Right. Okay, I think this might be a bust as well. I just can't get it to work again. Damn it! Maybe I'm just too far away. Maybe I'm too far away from it and they're not going to come any closer while I'm all the way on the other side of the island. So real quickly, let's get back in my body. Oh! I'm a bit of a cruise over. That was a little bit fast. Didn't mean to do that. G'day everyone. How are yous all? You all seem very afraid of me, which I'm rather confused about given how aggressive you have been in the past. But just going to have a little trundle over here. Look, I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm out in the open and you're all just kind of bloody staring at me. Huh. Well, don't think the bridge works either. This is not going well at all. Well, I suppose it's about time. You can't win them all, and I was destined to eventually come up against a challenge that I couldn't quite fix. But, so if that one's not working and the bridge isn't working, this one was working and it should work again. I reckon the magic source is just like the ramp goes up to there. There's a bit of rock in the overhang on that side, but something about this particular area just seems to work really well for them. So I'm going to come back to this and just try and upgrade this base instead. So I know the pathing works. Just add some stuff on top of it and hopefully get the result I'm looking for. All right. Old Faithful. I've built myself a little platform out the back to give myself a bit of extra room, extra distance that I was talking about from where all the cannibals are going to be. But this should, and has done in the past, work reasonably well. Give me a couple of cannibals to test it. A whole bunch of them even if you want to. They're all looking very menacing and squishy. And just looking kind of straight. It's fine. Look, I'm right over there. You're all good. Is maybe the distance the problem? No, it's fine. It's fine. See, this one works. So there must just be something about this particular spot then, or maybe just like how the rocks are and how it's built on top of. I'm not sure, but they seem much more inclined to go for a dip over here than they ever were anywhere else. Almost trying to beat the thing apart though. That's not allowed. That's what you get. That's what you get. You try and break me base, I'll break your face. And by that I mean, I'll send you down to Davy Jones's locker. Everyone's mad. That's okay. Fire the shotgun, get them aggravated a little bit, but maybe being far away is what's making them stand around so much. I'm still getting a much better result now than I did before. They're all just out here having a gander. There's a whole sea of them. Okay, champion. Just gonna put you down for a second while I quickly just like slide on out and do a couple of cheeky repairs so nothing falls apart on me. And in fact, while I'm here, okay, hang on. Give me a couple of logs. Please, there we go, a couple of you. Just gonna whack one there and see if my idea works over here where everything else is working. See if I can carry that along. I just want the nub, please. No, not quite like that. Come on, give me the red line. Sometimes it doesn't quite work out, doesn't quite give me what I'm after. Excuse me, you go like that, and then you go like that. All right, nice. You, throw that away. Let's go back to where I was, back inside here, and see if we can lure them over. There's plenty of them, but if I make that hurdle, they should go in the drink really easily. I've got plenty of cannibals. They're all just kind of standing around. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh. So some of them did actually take the bait. They took the hurdle, and just as I wanted them to do, their momentum took them all the way up and over and into the hole much better than they were before. That's very, very promising then. Okay, so when they do actually charge the hurdle, we get the results. Can you please all stop getting distracted and come and run the gauntlet for a little bit more? Here we go. Now I've got stopped halfway there, so it's actually too crowded for them to get into it, like they're germs in Mr. Burns' body. Come on. Up you get, up you get, up you go. So close. So close. Am I still just that little bit too close to you then? Hold on a second. Let's see if I can make that better for you. Let's move a little bit further out to this way. Is that going to make you happier? So the free cam back on and see what they're all doing. Not an awful lot. Stop just standing around and ogling the bloody place. Come and fight me. All right, if you're all going to run away like the cowards you are, I'm going to try something different. Give me the big, bad, scary boys, the guys who are coded in red, who are just so much more aggressive than the regular ones. How are you all? G'day, champions. What is going on? Yeah, you can moan and groan and growl and grimace all you bloody want, but you're not going to steal me hamburgers. Come on. He's gone right up to the lip. They're all just standing as well. So I've just built like a, I don't know, like the ultimate fence, an invisible fence where they can't get to me. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to drop you all in the drink and watch you squirm. I don't know why. I don't know why they don't like it anymore. Things must have changed more than I thought they did. Well, while I've got about 100 cannibals cruising around, either the big fat red guys or the regular ones who are just watching from the shrubs over there, let's get a couple more going. Let's get some of like the mutants and things involved and see how they react to everything. Someone just took a dip, but one in like every 10 minutes isn't good enough for me. Let's get a couple of demons out there. Oh, I maybe should have seen that coming. Well, listen, I gave you all a chance to have a nice, calm, rather thrashy death in the water, but now you're gonna get stabbed to death by a bunch of demons. Ooh, speak of, actually, the demons are going in, and the demons do drown. Lovely. I'm just watching a massacre, and I'm not sure who I'm going for here. I don't really have a team in this fight. The demons are way happier just to run straight into the water, though, so that's fine. It's keeping the demons at bay. What else can we have fun with? What else can we do, though? Instead of the demons, let's get like the big floppy wormy boys. Couple of you. the big horrendous slippery slugs that you are. You all want to come over this way? In fact, did I build this wide enough for you guys to slot on in? I reckon I might have by the looks of things. Through they go. I mean, it's fine. They don't want a path over here at all. I wanted to kill you, but I guess this will have to do. It is an AFK base. It's not quite as murderous as I wanted it. So, interestingly enough, the slippery sluggy things don't actually die in the water. They're just down at the bottom down there with no real idea of how to get out of the wet stuff. All right. Fair enough. Never mind then. I guess just leave you down there. You're not causing me any dramas, but... Oh, you did break the hurdle, though. That's a little bit bloody rude. Another one just jumped in. They're all over the bloody shop. Right. Okay. Well, what else can I get in here, then? Let's get... Oh, I know. Let's get the fingers things. So that the real name is actually fingers. I've been calling them Spinosauruses. Spawn fingers. Get a bunch of you. Get everyone. Do you want to come over here, please? He went straight in, even without the hurdle. It's still a really good job. Can I go fix the hurdle, please? You, come here. Yeah, excuse me. No, not that way. Ow, hold your horses, please. I'm trying to rebuild. Like my launch has fallen over. Oh, idiots. Idiots, you're all in the way. You're making this difficult. How dare all of your spines get in the way? I had to kill all the mutants so that I could rebuild my hurdle down there, which means it should be right now to give it another go. Get a whole bunch of Spinosauruses in, run back over to my safe spot over here, and get all their attention. Oh, you've almost made it. Oh, not even close. Not even close. You got strung up on the log over there, and that was all okay. Another couple over there, just not particularly interested. That's fine, but like they're still fine to take the plunge off the edge. They're way too over-enthusiastic that they just don't really have a choice to stay and dry. You guys all right? Can I get you alive by shooting you? It's not quite how it normally works, but I'm trying. All right, well, the last one I want to test is going to be the twins, which are the spider things. Those things. Let's put a whole bunch of them in. Get a few of their attentions, and that's not even a sentence, but see what they do. I am a bit worried about the surface area of you, because there's so much more feet and hands and things that you might be making across, but for the most part, you seem pretty stuck like everyone else has been. Can you even fit through that gap? I don't know. Come on, come over this way, please. Nah, just don't want to. Just don't bloody want to. Just want to sit there and ogle me. All right, well, I've made a great barrier, a great invisible force field that occasionally kills some, but for the most part, just keeps them at bay. So with that, I think I'm going to have to leave this video here. I don't even know what I'm going to do about this video. What do I call it? Like, I came in trying to build myself a better AFK base that kills all the mutants and cannibals without me having to lift a finger. And all I've done is discover that all of the tricks that I learned last time now no longer really work. Not even the cannibals were excited to jump off here. It's very effective against the Spinosauruses, but everything else just kind of gets, I don't know, gets brain frozen and can't do anything. So... I don't know. Do I have to start the experiments to try and find the new AFK base because they patched out the old one? That's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll find another way to do it. We'll have to figure out a new AFK base and probably a new floating base as well in another episode because this episode is done. So thank you guys for watching. Most of all, thank you to the patrons of Patreon who made this episode possible. If you liked it, make sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Twitter. If I don't talk to you there first, I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one. Well, I hope people are right that failures are valuable as learning experiences because, oh, that was a lot of failure.